Viva gorditas!
Bless you, Taco Bell.
Let's go eat one now.
There is truth in advertising, yes I swear. Got new Nikes on my feet and Vidal Sassoon in my hair. I can sure use a Budweiser Fruit of the Loom underwear. There is truth in advertising, I swear. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars have a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazine, the advertising gods perpetuate the American dream. Advertising, let it be, let it be. Now I know that I don't need to buy everything they try to sell me, but so easily divided is a fool and his money. There is truth in advertising, let it be. Why would they lie to me when they love what they sell? Plus we all know that the liars got a special fire in hell. On the television, radio, and in the magazines, the advertising gods perpetuate the American dream.
If there's anything people can connect to, it's a dog. Often called man's best friend, dogs are used to an absurd degree when it comes to entertainment, whether it's in film, literature, or yes, even commercials. The Taco Bell Chihuahua, whose actual name was Gidget, which I think we can all agree is adorable, was the mascot for the Taco Bell restaurant chain from September 1997 to July 2000. Gidget was born in Los Angeles, California on February 7th, 1994. Adopted by Karen McElhatton, who stated, Gidget traveled first class, opened up the New York Stock Exchange, and made an appearance at Madison Square Garden. She was voiced by veteran voice actor Carlos Alazraqui, who you may know more from his role as Rocco on the Nickelodeon cult hit Rocco's Modern Life.
Threatened by your Gestapo security guards, had me head set on fire, I was attacked by wild lobsters, beaten by a very large woman, had me dog wrapped in plastic, nearly starved to death, and I still beat the 12 o'clock deadline. So if you don't change that total back to $1.50, I will do something not nice!
That'll be $1.50, please.
Two dogs were actually originally used as the mascot, the original being named Dinky, but he was replaced at the last minute by Gidget, who was originally cast as the girlfriend. In September 1997, Taco Bell used Gidget in a single advertisement in the northeastern United States. This campaign was brought about during the peak burger wars, which makes things sound a lot more dystopian than they actually were, in which several fast food chains were engaged in large-scale advertising campaigns against one another. The mascot and her catchphrase, Yo quiero Taco Bell, which translates to, I want Taco Bell, were instantly recognizable and beloved. In fact, the dog and her catchphrase became so ubiquitous within the culture that not only were toy figurines made of her, but also Yo quiero X became a staple in pop culture itself. She had two additional catchphrases, Drop the Chalupa and Viva Gorditas, but neither of these really stuck out as much as the original. She even did crossovers with Godzilla for the Matthew Broderick disaster that came out, which is just a hilarious idea to take the largest creature and the smallest creature and stick them together. Unfortunately, as with any mascot or character that's associated with an ethnic group, some folks were not too happy. Latin Americans in particular accused her of being a cultural stereotype, and it's a hard argument to ignore, especially when there were commercials where she, a Chihuahua, was depicted as a bandito wearing a sombrero. Mario G. Obledo, a civil rights leader, called for a boycott of Taco Bell if the company refused to end the ad campaign. Frankly, I think there are actual injustices to fight against, rather than a fake talking dog promoting poorly made quesadillas. But I do also recognize the problem of stereotypes and see why you'd want to stop that. So good for him for trying to do something about it. Appropriation is no bueno. In July 2000, Taco Bell ended the advertisements and ended its relationship with their creator, TBWA, and replaced the company's president after store sales fell 6% in the second quarter of the year, which was the largest decline in their history. It was incorrectly rumored that Taco Bell ended this ad campaign because the dog died, when in fact Gidget actually died on July 21, 2009, at the ripe old age of 15, in her home in Santa Clarita, California.
All right, well, now to the sad loss of a pop culture icon from the 90s. Yes. Gidget, the Chihuahua who famously proclaimed that.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. In the fast food chain's popular ads. Well, she died following a stroke Tuesday night. But she made that catchphrase
15
famous.
years old.
That's an old dog. Yeah,
that's right.
So that's a dog who had a very good long life.
And obviously a cross-dresser because it was a female playing
and
a male
voice. I know.
A male voice. Like Carlos Alazraqui,
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah, who went on to be on Reno 911. So.
Right. So, but you know, she had a good long life, and
yes,
the dog clearly made that phrase very famous and sold a lot of tacos as a
I was going to say, anytime you think tacos, you
think that phrase. Meantime.
Noted veteran voice actor Tom Kenny, a friend of Carlos Alazraqui, said that Hispanic advocacy groups lobbying for the end of the campaign led to the cancellation of the dog, while other reports simply say she failed to increase their revenue stream in spite of her popularity. And that is really the worst place for a mascot to be in. Recognizable, beloved, but not helpful to the company. Then you're on a high wire act, because if you stop using the mascot, the public will be upset, but if you keep using the mascot, you're spending money on something that's gaining no return. In 2003, Taco Bell lost a lawsuit by two Michigan men who had claimed to have pitched the concept of the talking Chihuahua to the company 6 years earlier at a licensing show in New York City. Taco Bell did in fact work with these men, Thomas Rinks and Joseph Shields, for over a year developing the concept, the campaign, and the commercials, but failed to pay them according to court documents. So a jury awarded them $30.1 million in compensation, plus nearly $12 million in additional interest 3 months later. That is one expensive puppy. I think they should have tried to cover it up with a bribe. You know, make it a hush puppy. I'm extremely sorry for that joke. I'll try better from now on. Hilariously enough, Taco Bell in turn sued TBWA, saying they should have been aware of the conflicts. And in 2009, a 3-judge federal appeals panel ruled against Taco Bell because even they could tell that excuse was almost as cheesy as their burritos. Following her years of Taco Bell retirement, or exile, whichever you want to call it, Gidget found herself in a 2002 commercial for the insurance company Geico, and as Bruiser's mom in the 2003 movie Legally Blonde 2. Pretty successful dog, honestly. Sadly, Gidget was euthanized on July 21, 2009, at the age of 15 after having suffered a stroke in the home of her trainer, Sue Chipperton. She was cremated and her ashes were retained by her trainer. Coincidentally, she died a day after Carlos Alazraqui's 47th birthday, and he too mourned her death.
It came to this voiceover of the Taco Bell dog, because that was one of those ones where we're all actors, and I was living in the Valley, and it was on Friday at 3 o'clock, and you got to drive to the West Side. And then when Terry Berland said, don't go like this, go like, do your, yo quiero Taco Bell. When I saw the first demo, I went, oh, this could be pretty good. It plays against character, it's a Chihuahua, it's cool. I had a notion there that with that audition, this could be something good. But other than Reno, the Stephanie Miller show in 1995 was on UPN for 13 weeks. I knew I had a good audition there, and I knew that something would come of it. But
I don't have a plush toy from the Stephanie Miller show, but
don't?
I did get this on eBay. It is a plush speaking Taco Bell.
Is that one? We're getting hungry, very hungry. You see,
Hold on.
Okay. You're getting hungry, very hungry. Not bad. Close, right? Very hungry. That was the
Come on, you guys.
Yeah, thank you. The most surreal thing is to be going into a Taco Bell and watching people buy the dogs and like, they have no idea. And one time I went to a drive-thru and I did the voice and they're like, whatever, sir, $4.95 at the window. But it's me, I'm the guy. I want a chalupa. Yeah, we've been hearing that all day, sir.
Taco Bell, in a statement, said that Gidget would be missed by many fans and said their deepest sympathies go out to her, owners and fans alike. Her death was actually covered by companies like CNN, People Magazine, ABC News, and NPR, which just goes to once again show how attached we can become to something that was merely designed to sell us things. Actually, a book was written in May 2011 titled A Famous Dog's Life, The Story of Gidget, America's Most Beloved Chihuahua. It's not every day that one dog is mourned by the entire world. I'll say that's a pretty special dog. So here's to Gidget, the dog that brought us all together to eat the human equivalent of dog food, if even only for a brief, albeit spectacular moment. And Gidget, if you can hear me somewhere with those big old ears of yours, I'll keep telling your story, because yo quiero que seas recordado.